Welcome to Fast Women's Empowerment. Definitely, I am MJ. I'm so happy to be with you. I have not been with you for a while, but I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for being there for me, for sharing, for liking, for subscribing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You haven't seen me for a while. I know you're probably like, where's MJ? Well, I had some unforeseen circumstances, some losses, and it's been a challenging time, but I'm still here. I'm still standing. I'm still available and willing and ready to empower you. 2024, at the end of the year, I had an unforeseen loss in my family. I had to run out the country, and I still was having continual losses of some matriarchs and patriarchs of my life. And then I lost my dear dog that I had for 14 years. She died in my arms on the way to the hospital, trying to figure out what was wrong with her. But I'm still here. I'm still standing. I'm so grateful for my family. I'm so grateful for my friends. I'm so grateful for this channel. And I'm just here to share with you, to let you know I'm still standing and I'm continuing despite all the circumstances that life brings, that we still have to feel the emotion, deal with it, and we got to keep living, guys. We got to keep living. So I'm here. If you notice in my channel, I've been upgrading. I'm doing a lot of work. I have some stuff ready for you, ready to go, that I've been promising you since I started. And I am ready. Sometimes when we have losses, those losses, it's like new beginnings. It makes you live again. Well, if you want to live again, because sometimes you could really not live again. Like when I lost my mother, like been a while I lost my mother. It was a devastating time for me. I'm telling you. I couldn't live again. I felt like I couldn't live again. I had to live a new life. And it was something serious because I never experienced such a loss. But in those years of grief, I learned to live a new life. A new me came out, a new blossom, a new person. Because the old person had to die and the new person had to come alive and to learn to live and to learn to depend on God and to become this person that he created me to be. Well, she's still creating. It's not finished. Like you never stop learning. You will continue to learn for the rest of your life if you want to learn, because some people don't want to learn. They just want to be who they want to be. But I'm telling you, sometimes losses is new beginnings. You have to look at it like that. And it's very hard because I'm telling you, when I lost my mom, I actually lost my mom, my father, and my mom 2 years apart. So that was like a new life for me, a new life. And losses. I'm going to talk about losses too. Really challenging. And it's a lot of people are dealing with a lot of losses. It's real talk. And how to cope and how to deal with it, because it's not easy. It's not. And so you can't prepare yourself for it. Some people try. Some people have some coping mechanisms, but you know what? You never forget that person. You never forget. But the thing about it is that when you think about it, you want to get to the point where you think about the person. Like it's almost like a scar. Like I have the scar here. Like, so it doesn't hurt, but I can see it. So we want to get to that point where we do have scars because life is hard. It can be challenging. You see the scar. You went through it, but you get to a point where when you touch it, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. And so I want to empower you like that. Like when we get to the point where we're going to go through things in life, because life is life. Life is life. We're going to have some unforeseen circumstances. We're going to have some challenges. But if we have the right support system, or we have the right people in our lives, and we get the help that we need, we'll be able to ride the storm and get to a point where you know that this happened to you, this traumatic event happened to you, this loss happened to you. You probably lost a loved one, your job, like people losing their jobs now, or you lost your whole your business. You lost. I'm going off on a tangent. I'm just being transparent with you. But losses is real. But we can get through it when you're in the right setting. That's like, so talking about belonging. So here we go now talking about belongings. And I want to talk to the ladies about belonging. Men, I want to hear from you. I always hear from the men. I think more men. This one is a woman's channel, but I get more men watching it. Anyway, but I want to hear from you. They do. Some men do say things. But I want to hear from you because I don't know how you guys deal with belonging. And, you know, I know women because I'm surrounded by women. I talk to women from all over the world, you know. So, and I'm always meeting women coming to me and being transparent with me. So I know how they feel about belongings and what they're going through, but men don't really talk about that. Or they probably talk among themselves. So I want to hear from you men after I finish talking to the woman and my concern and things that I'm noticing and then I'm getting feedback on about this thing called belonging. I'm noticing that as women, are we getting older, we still have this need to belong to a certain group, certain friendship, certain organizations, certain churches, certain whatever. It's something to have to do with belonging, and it's very important to us. And there's nothing wrong with belonging because that's how we're tribal. We're people of tribal. Hence COVID. You know, we have some people who have isolated themselves and don't want to be around anybody because they're afraid, and they have developed some type of anxiety, and they're dealing with that, and their coping mechanism is just to stay in. So we're going to talk about those people, but those people who really want to belong, who really want to just be a part of something, it's nothing wrong with that. But what are you willing to risk? What are you willing to compromise to belong? Is the question. So here's a thought for you, ladies. If you have to lie, if you have to steal, if you have to pretend, if you have to compromise, and if definitely if you can't be your authentic self, then you don't need to belong to that group. So here's why. First of all, a lot of people don't know who their authentic self is, and that's why they may do things to compromise. That's number one. Number two is trauma. You know, being rejected as a child by a loved one, a parent, a guardian, being teased maybe at school and not feel like you fit in a certain crowd, wanting to be a part of a certain class, all kinds of traumas that only you and your heart knows what you experienced, that has stayed with you as an adult and still affecting you. And maybe you don't even know that's why you're behaving the way you're behaving. And I don't want you to be stuck. I want you to get help. Whoever I'm talking to, at the sound of my voice, you know who you are, or you may know someone and you want to share this video, that it's okay to belong, but it's not okay to compromise yourself to belong. Some people have actually hurt people, take out people, because they want to belong in a certain group, but somebody else that they feel like is a threat to them, or maybe so-called a diva in the group, that they want to do anything to destroy. I've seen people actually falsify lies, big lies that can land them in prison just to get rid of a certain person they deem or feel like may hinder them because they want to be the light of the group. Right? So if you are that person and you feel like that, you know that you want to be a part of something so bad that when you don't even get invited or you're not asked to be a part of something in that group, it bothers you, we're having a problem here. Not number one. First of all, you need to be in a place where it's your tribe. It's going to take time to find that tribe because everybody don't have commonality with everybody. There has to be a commonality. There has to be something you have in common that mesh, that gels well. You just can't see something from the outside and say, I want to be a part of that. You need to find a good reason why you want to be there. And things need to happen naturally. Things don't need to happen by force. And some people want to force their way into situations by thinking that they have to, as they say, big up themselves to be in this certain group for nothing. For example, you come around and you're telling stories about what you did and how you did it and when you're going to do it and how you're going to do it and this, and nobody asks you. Ain't nobody asks you. That's not the setting for that. It's probably not even the setting for that. No one is probably even talking about that. But here you come. Miss I Want to Belong. And talking about unnecessary things. And sometimes some people actually lie. They falsify stories just so that they could be in the crowd, just so they could be liked and loved. Oh yeah, honey, I went here the other day. I went this, I bought this, I had this, I did. Nobody asked you. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that, honey. So these are certain things that you're noticing. That's you. We need to do some rewinding and some trauma healing and some recovery so that you don't care if you're not a part of any group. You don't care if you don't get invited to certain places, because guess what? You shine bright like a diamond. Within you, you know who you are, you know whose you are, and you know where you're going, and you don't need anybody to validate you. And I want all my women, I don't care what race you are, to get to that point. And if you're a lady and you're already there, I need you to shout out and say something encouraging to help the lady who needs to be pulled up. Say something, ladies. If you are that woman who don't need no one to validate you but the man who created you, Christ Jesus. You don't care about you don't care. You don't have to falsify. You ain't got to lie. You ain't got to cheat. You ain't got to pretend. You ain't got to downgrade yourself. If you have to downgrade yourself to be a part of a group, then there's something that's wrong. If you can't say who you are and where you going, so because you feel like they're not going to like you, they're going to feel intimidated by you, then it's no. We don't have time for that. So here at Influence Women's Empowerment, I am here to empower you ladies. Ladies, there's nothing wrong with belonging, but it's something wrong with compromising yourself to belong. There's something wrong with feeling sad and rejected. If you feel rejected by a group, why would you want to be around people who don't want to be around you? That's not your tribe. That's not your tribe. It's okay. God is showing you that is not where I want you to be. I have somebody for you. And maybe at this moment, I need just it to be me and you. Because we got some working to do. We got some healing to do. You got some issues that even if I was to put you in your tribe today, you would not last tomorrow. Because you're not ready. Because you don't know how to bond. You got too much trauma. You want too much attention in the group. You want to be the star of the group. You want all eyes to be on you in the group. You want to be the one to shine in the group because you need that attention that you have never gotten when you were younger. So you can't be in a tribe, because when you are in a tribe, the tribe is almost like a water. Each woman meshes together. We flow together. We vibe together. No one is trying to be better than no one. No one is bigging up themselves in the group better than no one. So when God allows you to be rejected from a certain group and you keep meeting people and things are not working out, you keep meeting groups and you keep meeting friends and things are not working out, it's because it's you. You need the healing. And until you get the healing, you will never find your tribe. You will never find the sense of you wanting to belong. Because people who feel like they're not in a group because they feel like, oh, somebody is think they're better than them, or they think they're better than me, or they think I don't belong because I don't have this, I don't look this. No, baby. When God put you in a healthy group, nobody thinking about what you have on or what you look like, or no. Because we all trying to grow together. Because ain't nobody better than nobody. No, you want to be in a healthy group that people are lifting you up and you are lifting up that person. And if you're not healed, believe me, you can't lift up nobody. I'm going to tell you right now, sisters, if you're not healed, as soon as you get in the group, I could tell when a sister is not healed. I could tell when a sister is broken. Because when the person get in that group or gets among a bunch of women, either she's going to try to downplay another sister. I don't care what race. I'm talking to all races. It exists in all races. Either she's going to try to tear down a sister and try to build herself up. Or she's going to seek to accumulate, how do you say the word? Get rid of the sister that she feels intimidated by. Some people try even to hurt a person physically, even out their light. It's that bad. It's that crazy. Try to destroy a sister because she's jealous. Because you're not healed. And whether you see a sister who got a PhD and you don't, and you coming among sisters like that, you don't care. You don't care if the person got a PhD. You don't know what the person's going through because they got a PhD. For all you know, they're suicidal. You don't know what a person is going through when you see them. Don't envy nobody. Don't jealous nobody. Be your authentic self. So now the work begins. I'm going to soon have myself available for coaching and some classes available for healing. And nobody can heal anybody. I don't have no powers to heal nobody. The healing begins with you. Wanting to heal, allowing God to come in your life, and doing the work. A lot of people don't want to do the work because it's painful. You think I wanted to do the work? I still have to do the work. My work never stops until God lays me to rest. You think I want to do the work? I wanted to. No, I didn't want to, but I didn't want to be traumatized all my life. I want to be able to heal with the power of God through me. Because this right here is only dust. I could be here today, going in the next minute. But whatever life that I have in me, that God has given me, whatever gifts that I have in me, I would like to share and like to empower. Because I know what I've been through. And I know that if I can get out of it and still getting out of it, that you can get out too. So don't feel like you need to belong to a place where nobody wants you. Don't feel sad. Don't feel like, it's okay to feel rejected. It's okay. But you don't let that stay in you for 1 or 2 minutes because you're human. You're going to feel a type of way like, wow, I thought that person was my friend. I thought, that's not your tribe. It's okay. Or maybe you're not ready to be a part of the tribe. Or maybe those people are just not, they broken too. God is trying to tell you, I don't want you. I want you and me to chill together. How about that? I want you and me to, because I don't want you to go and damage nobody else by you trying to use your negative words because you're not happy with yourself to bring that other person down. Because you don't know what that person is going through. And here you come, Miss, I want to be seen. I want to be the light of the world. Miss Unhealthy into somebody else's life. They don't need that. Sometimes God is protecting you when you're going through rejections. It hurts, but you got to sit down and say, okay, God, what is it? Stop pointing fingers at people. She don't this and she that. If they think they're better than me, maybe they do think they're better than you, but who cares? You care? You got to get to a point where you just don't care no more. You can't. How are you going to spend your whole life worrying about what people think of you? That's another thing too. That's something about belonging. You want to belong, but who do you want to belong to? Where do you want to belong to? Why? Is it to help build your self-esteem? Are you using that group or those people or those organizations to build your self-esteem? Because you can't put your trust in that. It's fragile. It's not strong enough. Okay, so I want you to be empowered. I'm going to soon make myself available for you as we work together and strengthen one another. And ladies, I want to hear from you. If you've done the work and you been there, done that, and you want to say, listen, this is one of the tips I use, or this is one of the phrases I use to empower myself, to encourage myself. I want to hear from you, because we need to grow together. We need to empower one another, right? And so, ladies, I want to say, keep pushing, be strong, be courageous. Don't be in a rush to go into a group, into a tribe. Don't be in a rush to try to get friends. Let everything happen organically. Let everything happen naturally. And let you find a tribe, if God is ready for you, that you guys have a lot in common. You guys mesh well. You guys empower one another. You guys encourage one another. You guys lift one another. You call one another. That's another thing. A lot of people want people to come for them. Nobody's going to come for you if you ain't coming for nobody. You don't make yourself emotionally available for nobody because your emotions is so damaged that you can't. You just want somebody to just feed you. Feed me, Seymour. Remember that? Remember the show telling you my age? Feed me, Seymour. And it just kept going like that. I think it was a fly, something fly. I don't remember something fly. I don't. That's a Venus flytrap. I think it was. Feed me, feed me, feed me. Some people just want to take, because they don't have nothing to give. But yet they want to be a part of people. And all you're going to do is destroy and tear down, because you don't have anything to give. This brokenness. And the brokenness is real. And it's okay, because there's help, there's healing. And so that you can be available, because everybody has a gift. Everybody has something that God wants to use you with. Everybody. Now, some people are chosen. Like my sister says, I love my sister. Talks about chosen. I love her to death. I don't even know her, but I love her. Yeah, some people are chosen to do some great things. And some people are just, God's going to use you no matter what. God's going to use you. He's going to use you once you get that healing. And it may not be something great, but when you get that healing, you're content with it. You're content with it. Even if it's small, you're not going to be just, not everybody could come on here and talk. Not everybody could do that, because that's not your gift. And that's okay. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Because when God created you, when he was creating you and he was making you and giving you those eyes and the hair and the skin complexion and the personality, he was creating you to do something. And I want you to find that something, what that something is. I want you to find it, because that is where your authenticity, am I saying that right? That's where you become at peace. That's where you become at peace, because you know your purpose. You know your plan. You know everything. Because you're just bathing in him and you're like, yes, Lord. Come what may, I know there's some challenges that's coming in my life. I know you might have to break me down. I know you may have to remove some people, move some things. I may have to go through some rejection. I may have to go through some great losses. But I know that when you finish with me, I'm going to be ready. And I don't have to care if I don't belong to anybody, because I have you. So I am MJ, and I'm so happy that I'm back with you guys. Looking forward to have things for you available. And God is good. He's good. He's good. He is good. Trust me. Despite all the things, the unforeseen circumstances, the seen circumstances, he's so good. He is. So I am MJ. Be blessed.